Welcome to Freddy Yoga. This practice is going to make you feel relaxed by deeply stretching the back of the body, especially your legs and your hips. It's going to alleviate stress and soothe your nervous system, so you can do it at the end of the day to unwind or before bed to promote sleep. The entire sequence is fairly accessible and it's low to the ground. So let's start by lying on the back. Semi-supine position, knees bent, feet on the mat and arms next to you. Close your eyes and have a moment here. Letting go of the busyness of the day. Sensing the ground beneath your body. And the pull of gravity drawing you down into the earth. Now, over the next few breaths, we're going to try to gently stretch the exhale breath. So we'll make the out breath a little bit longer than the breath in. Let's try that. Breathe in normally. Breathe out, and at the end of the breath, exhale a couple of seconds longer. Then again, breathe in, fill up. And as you empty, think of gently elongating the length of the out breath compared to the in breath. Do it a couple more times by yourselves, emphasizing that long breath out which pulls you down into the floor. And the breath is the best tool that we have to bring the nervous system down. And we're going to use this breath pattern for our first movement. So next time you exhale, at the end of that long out breath, reopen your eyes. And then straight away, breathing in, lift your arms overhead. Maybe they can touch the floor if it's comfortable. And a long breath out through the same pathway. Bring your arms back down and next to your hips and legs. And one more time, lift your arms overhead, breathing in. Breathing out, pretend that you're moving your arms through something thick like honey, so you find a little bit of resistance. Try that one more time. Moving your arms through like a substance as honey, slowing down the movement to match it to your out breath. Keep going, lift your arms. This time is going to be a little different. Long breath out, lift your arms, tuck the right knee into your chest, catch your leg and pull it in towards your body. You've got time due to the long breath out. Let it go, 2 feet on the mat, lift your arms overhead, repeat. A long breath out, tuck the left knee this time into the chest, pulling the leg back, deepening the fold at the hip. And then 2 feet on the floor, let's add on with that elongated out breath, right knee into the chest and stretch your left leg out and forward along the mat. Then stretch out your right leg too next to the other one and lift your arms overhead. Long body position. And as you exhale, bend the left leg, catch it and pull the thigh bone back into your rib cage. All right, stretch both arms and legs, long body. Exhale completely, releasing your arms back down next to the hips and legs. And then step the feet back in towards your body. Okay. Have your feet together. Keep your hands on the mat and splay out your knees for a butterfly position. We're going to do some active stretching with movement. So from this position, lift your knees up 1/3 of the way towards knees together. Hold for a second, then relax the effort as you breathe out. Breathing in, now lift your knees 2/3 of the way towards knees together. Then relax the effort, breathing out. Breathing in, go all of the way, knees together, squeeze the leg muscles. And exhaling, take the legs back into butterfly position. One more time with breath. Inhaling, lift the knees 1/3 of the way, pause. Exhaling all the air out, relax your legs. In, 2/3 of the way with the knees. Feel for your inner thighs and groin area. Out, relax everything. In, go all of the way and squeeze your thighs together, little activation, and then stretch those muscles that you've just used in butterfly position and take a breath here, in and long breath out, feel grounded. Now retain the leg position, lift the feet and draw the knees up towards the chest. And then have a go at stretching your legs out and wide, like a V shape. You'll feel a bit of a stretch here in the inner thighs. With the same muscles, bring your legs back together to a sort of a letter L. You can have a little bend in the knees, that's fine. Try to go for it one more time. Spread the legs wide apart. And then bring them back together. Now, with your hands still on the mat, bend your knees and have your feet near your buttocks. And as you breathe in, stretch your legs once again out and up to straightish. As you breathe out, bend your legs. Let's repeat it a couple of times. What can you feel through the back of your legs now? And when you extend your legs towards the ceiling, you're reaching up through the heels, but pretend that you're pulling the back of the knees, those tissues, down towards the floor to maybe activate your hamstrings. One more time, stretch your legs out and up, pull the muscles, the tissues in the back of the knees down towards the floor. Good job, stay here. Now lower down your left leg only all the way down. And that top leg, without your hands, is it possible to draw it a little further close to you? A little further, a little further. Oh, good sensations in the back of the leg, maybe the groin, the hip muscles. Well done. Back to your letter L. Lower down your right leg, and this is an active movement. You're trying to actively pull the leg, the top leg, towards your face. And there'll be some good sensations in the back of the leg. But these muscles are stretching and they're also a little bit active at the same time. This is good for warming them up. Back to the letter L, and release the effort once again, feet on the mat. Okay, now with your feet hip width apart to your ankles underneath the knees, you're going to press your feet straight down. The direction is the center of the earth. So press your feet firmly down, lift your spine, send the hips up toward the ceiling in a bridge. Notice the back of the thighs and the back of the hips. And then as you breathe out, slowly, long exhale, you're back onto the floor. Once again, plant your feet into the mat, hips up, activating hamstrings and glutes. Exhaling, release. And one more time. Dig the feet into your mat, straight down towards the floor. And lower everything back down. Now try this. If you step your feet about 1 foot farther forward and then you lift the ball of each foot, you lift all of the toes, flexing your ankles. You've got your ankles out of alignment and you have only your heels, which are now going to press down and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Oh, okay, new sensations in the back of the legs, isn't it? Lower down slowly with control. One more. Dig the heels firmly into your mat, straight down. Lower your pelvis slowly. Last time, to really awaken those hamstrings in the back of the thighs and those glutes, the back of the hips. And then lower all the way down. Good job. Stretch your legs long and lift your arms overhead. Think of yourself like a starfish and stretch your limbs away from your trunk. Let that go. Tuck the knees into the chest and give your legs a little bit of a squeeze, like a gentle hug as you rock side to side, side to side. Okay, let's come out and do a couple of movements in a kneeling position. We're actually going to go for high kneeling here. So once you're standing on your knees, nice and tall, lift your arms overhead as you breathe in, then turn your head and your chest to the right, your shoulders and your arms like a letter T. In, look forwards, come out, then turn the head, the chest and the shoulders to the left as you breathe out. And one more time through this good rotation of the spine. And if your knees are okay, you can do a sit back, then stand up on the knees as you breathe in, turn the other way, maybe a little sit back with your twist, breathing out, look forwards. And now as you breathe out, your right hand to your right leg, reaching down through the fingers towards the knee, left arm over your head. Lengthen through the lumbar spine, send the tailbone down, feel the stretch through the left side of the body. And then you're going to switch. Right arm up, left hand to the leg, reaching over for a side bend. Tailbone is long, opening here the right side of the trunk. And now let's switch in this more fluid way. Hips back, round your back a little bit as you make your arms look like a helicopter. Then send the hips forward back in alignment, the left arm over the head. Deconstruct the side bend as you breathe out. Reconstruct it on the other side. Exhaling, switch, one more. Inhaling, exhaling, switch. Last time. Breathing in, two arms up in the air. Breathing out, pull the front ribs in. Let the back round out. Then softly, hands down, bend the elbows, look forwards. Slip the chest forward through your arms until they become straight, long neck. Pull the front ribs in. Once again, tuck the pelvis under. Feel the stretch in your back as you breathe out. Sit down on your shins. Lower your forearms and your head as much as you want. Lift your head. Breathing in. Slip the chest forward through your arms. And now bend your spine, front ribs in as you breathe out. A nice stretch for your back. One more time. In. Extend your spine gently out. Flex your spine. Notice sensations of stretching in your back. Last one. With breath. And have a moment here. Now, one more back stretch that we can do, but in the shape of a back bend, is a kind of a cobra slash up dog with the knees on the floor. So we're just going to be there for a few seconds. So stretch your arms out and nice and long, like you are hanging from a tree branch. You want to feel the pulling in the shoulders. So extend your arms out and forward, hands as wide as the shoulders. Breathing in, take off with the hips as you round your back. Then unfurl your spine in this diagonal shape, and as you breathe out, start to lower the pelvis and lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor under your hips. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling, roll the shoulders back, shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe you're taking another breath or two here. Regulate how much of a back bend you're doing. And then reverse it. Front ribs in, round out. Fold forward, get closer to the earth. And have a moment, take a breath. Long breath out. Notice how your body is feeling and your mind too. Let's sit down. I'm going to mirror you in a moment. So here, stretch your legs wide apart in the wide-legged seated position. If you want to put a cushion, a pillow, or a blanket under your hips to lift the floor towards you, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to be your mirror just now. Fingertips on the floor, wave your spine nice and long. With your head, your chest, and your shoulders, take a twist towards your right leg. Pause. And then hinge forward towards that leg. Maybe you are here with your hands on the knee, on the shin. Or maybe you fancy moving closer to that leg, stretching a little more deeply. Do as much or as little as your body is signaling. So listen to the signals your body is sending you, the messages, and calibrate how much you're doing so that you find these relaxing as opposed to a challenge. That's for another time. Come all the way back up. Sit tall. Take a little twist towards the other leg, the left leg. Hinge forward. And you can be halfway towards your foot or closer. You can catch the foot. You know better than myself how deep you can go without tensing other muscles. In fact, you might want to try to relax the thigh muscles because we are in the realm of passive stretching now, in the sense that we want to do very little with our muscles to stretch them out. One more long breath out. Exit the pose, sit tall, bring your legs together in stick pose. And now let's all do the same leg. Bend your left leg, turn the leg out with the foot against the right thigh. Flex your ankle. You now want to try and turn the front of your hips towards that foot a little bit better. So pull the bones in to the hip socket. Lift the chest, hinge forward. Then maybe you stop or maybe you allow for a bit of a mild rounding. But I'd like to invite you to relax your effort, especially in that straight leg. Relax the muscles of the thigh. Slow down each breath, especially with that long breath out. We can actually get deeper here into this stretch. Where do you feel it? Back of the leg, back of the torso. isn't it? Okay, come all the way back up and switch legs. Stick pose, bend your right leg, turn it out, set up. So try to turn both hips. It's not that easy, it's almost impossible, but we try to turn them towards that foot so that we're facing it. Lengthen through the spine and start with your hip hinge. Stop when your body says so. Or keep going and catch your foot. Once you are in the position, allow for that softening sensation throughout the body, and in particular in that leg that it's in front of you. Go back to the breath, emphasizing the long exhale. Last cycle of breath. Long exhale. All right, there was a good stretch. So come all the way back up. Stick pose and lie on your back so that we can have the hands on the knees, the legs in a bent position. And really, you want to relax your arms and your legs. With your hands, you're going to splay out your knees and start to draw circles around your hips. Knees together towards the chest. And do them slow enough that your legs are not doing the work. Yeah. Use your hands to guide the knees through these circular movements. Connect with your hips and feel the thigh bone rolling into the hip socket on each side of your pelvis. Well done. Then bring the knees into the chest. Let's take a little twist, stretchy twist. So take your legs across the mat and your feet to the left. You can place your left hand on the knees and stretch your right arm out. Just a moment here. And once again, stay with that elongated out breath. Relax left shoulder and arm as well. Then switch to the right across the mat. Feet and legs. Maybe you have your right hand on the knees, stretching the left arm long. Invite a sense of letting go here by means of the breath. Allowing yourself to really calm down from a nervous system point of view. And this will help you to bring your stress levels down too. Come back to center. Feet flat on the mat. Ankles beneath the knees. Feet and legs hip distance apart. Arms nice and long next to you. Breathing in. Lift your arms overhead. And take your arms to the floor. You can have them wider if you want to. Breathing out, relax your arms and your shoulders so that they're not going to do anything. With your feet pressed down into the ground, lift your spine, send the hips up towards the ceiling in a sloping bridge. And then as you breathe out, lift your arms, lowering down your spine, your pelvis, your hips. Touch the floor. One more time, breathing in, only your arms, lift them overhead. When you find the ground, let your arms soften, the elbows can bend, The shoulders are relaxed as you breathe in. Press down with the feet, hips up toward the ceiling. Give a little squeeze to those muscles in the back of the hips and feel the back of the thighs. And as you breathe out, move both arms and your spine, the pelvis and the hips, and your back on the floor. Okay, so we've stretched out, we've also contracted the same muscles. We alternated that work so that now we can find deep relaxation and balance as well. You might want to take Shavasana or semi-supine again, whatever your lower back is suggesting that you do. And I'm going to guide you here for a minute, then leave you here, okay? Close your eyes. Imagine the earth between your body is rising up. The earth under your body is rising up to meet the back of the body. Feel the places where the earth and your body meet. Long breath out. Allow the gravitational pull, allow gravity to do its job of pulling you down into the earth. Little by little, as you breathe here in a relaxed and easy way, your body becomes heavier and sinks into the floor, tension melting away. Rest and feel the peace within you. Please stay for as long as you like here. Enjoy the relaxation.